Now, sir, how do you manage a cow after calving?
So we now have a cow and we have a calf.
Yes.
The first thing to do is, once the cow starts licking the calf, is to observe the behavior of the calf.
Yes.
Because the calf itself will already begin to try to stand.
Yeah.
As the mother is licking him or her.
Yeah.
And within the next 10 to 30 minutes, that calf should have stood up.
Yes.
And it should have already started looking for food. Looking for food, you will notice that it is moving towards the udder of the cow. At this time, you have already prepared the pen where this calf will be taken.
Yes.
So what you do is you move the calf to the pen where it is going to stay, and you move the cow to the shed where it was before, or when it started the calving process. When you are moving it there, you will notice that it has hanging afterbirth.
Afterbirth.
That hanging afterbirth should not worry you. It is important in the pulling out of a huge proportion of afterbirth that is still in the womb.
Yes.
So what you focus on now is moving the cow to where it was when it started calving, and extracting the first milk, because it is very important that the calf takes the first milk very, very soon after it has been born.
So you are supposed to milk immediately?
You take the cow.
I was to ask the question, when are you supposed to milk the cow, the first milk?
At this point, when the cow has calved, you already have water that you are warming, so that after the 30 minutes and you have moved the calf to the pen, you take the cow to where you are going to milk it. You clean the udder. We shall be discussing the hygienic milking later on, and then you milk it. That milk, which is very, very yellow or golden, is called colostrum.
Colostrum.
And we have talked about the importance of colostrum.
Yes.
So you need to get that colostrum and feed the calf as soon as possible. Let the calf take as much as it can. How we do that, we have already described that in another video. So let the calf take as much as it can, and the balance of that colostrum, you should store it. Again, we have talked about the importance of storing any extra colostrum. So once you do that, the cow will normally be thirsty, it will be hungry, so it will want to eat. Ensure that it has good quality feed, there is clean water for it to drink, and then you keep it under observation. Within 6 to 12 hours, the remaining portion of the afterbirth that was still in the womb will come out. It should come out naturally, so you should observe. The importance of observing is because sometimes the cow can step on the afterbirth that is already out, and it gets cut, and you assume that all the afterbirth has come out. So that's why it is important to observe the cow to make sure that the entire afterbirth has come out, and then you remove it. That should happen between 6
to 12 hours. So
sometimes it can extend to 14 hours, but if it goes beyond that, then there is some cause for concern. So once that happens, then your cow is ready to be managed in terms of milking and how you manage a cow that has just calved.
And before we get out of the afterbirth, what if the cow eats the afterbirth?
Yes, and this is something that people get very concerned about. Eating of the afterbirth is not unusual or abnormal. And contrary to what people believe, it actually does not affect the cow. Even if it eats the afterbirth, it does not affect. It's just that it is not aesthetic. It is a natural process. Again, remember, in a natural situation, this cow and the calf would be out in the wild. It is a natural process where and the animal will give calf, eat your calf down, and it will try to remove any evidence around that calving has occurred to ward off predators. So you see that it is eating the grass where it calved, and so it will not affect it, but it is advisable to remove it because it is also not aesthetic. So it will not affect the cow.
Because you hear some people say that maybe it helps in the milk, it affects the milk production of the cow.
No,
so it does not.
It does not. Anywhere. It does not.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Now, sir, I have a question. I'm a farmer, and it has passed. It's almost 18 hours, and the afterbirth has not come out. Now, what should I do?
Yes, that's an important question. And sometimes the length of time before the afterbirth falls out can be of concern. And the concern can be whether that afterbirth is going to remain there and it will never come out. So if you have access to a veterinarian and it has gone past 18 hours, it would be useful to invite a veterinarian to come and check on the cow. And what the veterinarian would do is to put his hand into the womb, check on the womb to see whether indeed there is still afterbirth remaining, because it could have been eaten by the cow and you did not realize it came out and it was eaten. So if it was not and it is still there, then the veterinarian should be able to carefully remove it and take advantage of that. There are some drugs that we would normally introduce there that assist in the process of the keeping the womb, keeping infection away from the womb, and that becomes useful. One other problem that could be brought by that is that if that afterbirth remains in the womb, it could interfere with the contraction process of the womb, because the womb has to shrink to its original size. And in the process of shrinking, it pushes any leftover materials that were in the womb. So sometimes you'll see farmers whose cow calved, some of the afterbirth remains. It was not removed by the veterinarian. But because the womb is contracting and shrinking naturally, as long as the birth canal remains open, it is able to shed that out. So you may see that a cow will stay for 3 to 4 weeks still shedding the broken down material, and that one is easier to come out because it will have broken down with time and it comes out. But if you have a veterinarian, then it would be good to have the cow assisted by removing the afterbirth and putting some drugs in the abdomen.
Now
in the womb.
Now we have the calf to its you kept the calf in its pen. Now we have this cow. Does it require a special diet?
It does, and we again have to consider, again, just like humans, the same way a lady that has given birth has to get special treatment. We should not ignore that cows behave in the same manner. This is a cow that has given you a calf. In addition to providing the milk for the calf, it is also providing you with milk. And at the same time, it is going to go through the process of reconstruction, considering that it was carrying this heavy burden. So it has multiple challenges, and one of the problems we shall be talking about is the heavy producers and some of the problems that occur after they have given birth and they are producing large volumes of milk. So it is important to give it a diet that is high in protein, ensure that it has mineral salts. There are other mineral salts that are available now in the market that are called high energy salts. Previously we were giving dry cow salt. Now there is high energy salt, which you can give the cow to really assist it in these 3 processes that it has to deal with before it now stabilizes, it gets healed up, and you then continue in this high production period with good nutrition.
Yes. Wow, thank you very much, sir. Now, sir, as a farmer, what problems should you watch out for in a cow that has calved within the first few days?
Yes, thank you. Now, first of all, we are excited that we have a cow that has calved.
Yes.
And we have a calf.
Yeah.
When you have the cow, you have to milk it as frequently as possible.
Yes.
And especially the high producing cows, sometimes we milk 4 times in a day.
Yeah.
And quite often, because of the production of the large volume of milk, the cow would be borrowing from its own resources for this high production of milk.
Yeah.
And it results in depletion of some of the minerals in the body that help the cow in movement, in standing up, in eating.
Yes.
So it is very important to observe those high producing cows in terms of how they behave the first 3 to 4 days. By the second day, you might hear the person who feeds the cow tell you that it has not eaten dairy meal. That should be a red flag.
Yeah.
He might tell you that today it has not even produced milk, or if it has eaten dairy milk, when I went to wake it up, it struggled to get up. That is a sign that you could be having a problem.
Yes.
There is one problem that is quite common in high producing animals, depending on how you have steamed it up. We talked about steaming before.
Yeah.
And that problem is called milk fever. And it has a common term, the Downer syndrome. The Downer syndrome is where the cow, you've left it okay.
Yeah.
It was producing good large volumes of milk.
Yeah.
You have tried to wake it up, but it has refused to get up.
Yeah.
It has refused dairy meal. When it refuses to get up, sometimes if it is lying down, it is lying with the head against the shoulder. And if you check the snout, it is dry. That should tell you that this is a Downer syndrome. And it is important that you call a veterinarian. You call a veterinarian because what is happening here is that the calcium and other mineral content in the body has gone down, and this calcium is very important for muscle movement, for the strength for it to come up. So what will normally happen is that the veterinarian will come, they will inject certain drugs, and it is called like a miracle cure, because within the next 1 or 2 hours the cow will stand up and they'll be grazing. And then from there the veterinarian will advise you on what to do with the cow. So that is one of the problems that we encounter. The other problem is an imbalance in the nutrients and minerals that are in the body. If the cow, the body itself feels that it is overloaded, because remember, when you are steaming up, you had come to a point where you are feeding it 8 kilograms of grams per day. You are also feeding it with other things. You are quite excited with this cow that has calved.
Then after calving,
and then you notice that it is doing everything else, but number one, it has refused dairy meal. This is because its body is telling it that you should not eat any more of this kind of feed. The milk production also goes down. This is because there is already an imbalance in the body that the cows has felt, and it is now moving to a phenomenon called ketosis. And this is another problem that we encounter not only soon after birth, but even later. If you have these grains that we are giving, the dairy minerals composition is grains. If there is an imbalance, the cow itself feels it, and that what the stopping to eat the dairy meal is one sign that this cow could be having this problem. Again, for this, you may need to invite the veterinarian. Sometimes you could even be advised. There are some drugs that we give by mouth, which you can keep yourself, so that if you notice that, you can even give it yourself. So there are some things that you can do as a farmer to take care of that. So these are the two main problems that we encounter in high producing animals that are kept in zero grazing systems,
Yes.
with concentrate feeding,
Yeah.
to increase production.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.